Greetings, Dapplings, and welcome back to Robocraft and, of course, to the Solenopsis Invicta Mark II. I have spent about 1 million RP on trying to refine and further improve the design, and I'm just going to quickly go over what I've done. Some of it is just aesthetic, but I've improved the triforcing, or the faux triforcing that I'm using around my guns. There's little corner sections now to try and divert even more of the firepower away. Same up here. Down here, instead of having these components, in fact, let me make sure the mirror line is there. Instead of having these components rotated like so, which I thought might have been a cheeky way of not connecting them to any block. Obviously, there was a part of my head that was like, well, clearly it must be connected to something. And in fact, the advice I've had in the comments is it must be connected to something, otherwise it wouldn't allow it to do it. So more than likely it's connected to this block and this block. So instead of that, I've got it connected like so. So it's connected to the outer blocks, but not the inner blocks, to try and just funnel a little bit more of the damage away. I've also improved the triforcing effect leading up here. In fact, I think I might just do this as well. Just a little bit more to try and channel damage aimed at this turret away. And this section has been extended to offer a little bit more so that they have to burrow through a little bit more to try and get the block beneath it if they're not willing to aim for the guns. And quite a lot of players in the higher rankings will aim for the blocks underneath the guns because they understand that in many cases that's the easier target to dislocate. Now, the side mounts have also had a little bit of triforcing done, but they are connected on this tile, and I'll explain why in a moment. And these ones on the side here, likewise, bit of triforcing. So if I remove this away, you'll see that this block is connected directly to the track. Now, there's a block here that connects to the rest of the chassis, and the same here, the block there. Now, the reason I've done that is because these tracks are, as you might expect, fairly easy to hit. They're very, very high very, very obvious targets. Quite a lot of damage can be soaked up by them. They've got a lot of health, but I wasn't too keen on the idea that one thing being blown up, and they will get blown up, taking with them 2 of my guns. That didn't sit well with me, so I added in this tiny little connector on these 2 locations. Not at the front, because that's the most likely area that I'm going to take damage from, so I've connected this one on the back. This one, I didn't really have as much option, so I just connected this straight up. I do think that's going to add in a little vulnerability there, but hopefully, if the track does go, then I may still end up with one of the guns. But there are a few little things here and there that I'm also thinking about doing. I have received a lot of advice in the comments, and I'm really, really appreciating it. This is one of the designs where I don't get tired of playing with it. The Solenopsis Invicta has always been a bit of a favourite of mine, and I would probably say it's probably one of the only designs that I have that I'm willing to engineer, that I'm willing to sit down and tweak over a long period of time. Usually I get a design to a certain point, I'm happy with it, and then I move on because there's nothing more for me to do. My job there is done, as the saying goes. But with the Solenopsis Invicta, I'm constantly looking for new things that I can do. Now, the tracks, I've had it suggested that it might be nice to change these tracks to Mark 8 tracks. Now, that would require a bit of a redesign because to place a Mark 8 track, you kind of need it 1 block lower. Otherwise, it won't touch the ground in the same way. Also, it's about half as much armor for only a saving of 4 petroflops. Not so sure on that. And the Robo ranking here, apparently the Robo ranking on 1 track is 944,000, whereas on a Mark 8, 96,000. The entire bot isn't that. The entire bot, as it stands, is only 39,000, so I'm really not sure about that, and I don't trust the figures. I imagine that they haven't been updated when something has been changed. But one of the things I have considered doing, that's slightly displaced, let me move that across one, there we go, is driving these caterpillar tracks back. Now, that's going to require a little bit of shenanigans back here, but the reason why I was thinking of that as an option, I'm afraid you're going to have to go, is that it would allow me to possibly add a little bit more armor at the front. The way I'm looking at this is that if I can drive these caterpillar tracks back, let's actually pull that all the way back, and let's have that there. There we go. Then first and foremost, the front tracks are going to be less vulnerable because a portion of them, like maybe half of them, will be obscured by the rear tracks. I might move the rear tracks forward a little bit, but it'll also offer me a little bit more room to possibly build in front of it. Also, by moving this track back, then the connection on the side of the track might in turn offer a little bit more protection to the rear track. So it's quite an attractive thing to do, in my opinion. Let's see. I'd need to center it there. Can I drive it further back? I can drive it all the way back there. Where is that connector? I think the connector... Right, there we go. The Triforce connector is now in the right place. But I would like to see if I can drive this gun all the way back. Yes, I can. Perfect. Okay. Well, that offers me some interesting options. I'm playing at the very, very top of my CPU limit here. So I'm having to really, really try and justify having anything actually on this bot. It's a difficult thing to do, to balance a bot this size. Because everything I add means that something else has to be taken away, usually. We do still want this connected down here, though, I think. I think that is a definite need, not a want. Let's take you away. Instead, bring you out a little bit, maybe? I'm not sure. I mean, I could just have that come down like that. I mean, it kind of has a nice look to it. It lacks the Triforcing, though, but it does look nice. Let's make sure that's connected correctly. Now, that's all done there. I could then go on to bring this out a little bit more and do exactly the same down on this side, perhaps. And there's a part of me that's tempted, certainly. Let's just make sure that everything has been copied around on the other side. Yes, it all has been. Good, good, good. Okay, well, we've stripped off a lot of armor cubes at the bottom, so that's given us a little bit more room to play with here. Let's grab you. Another connector there, just to try and help with making sure that all of that these limbs remain affixed. Now, I've had a couple of people saying, well, perhaps you should move those up instead. That's a possibility, I suppose. I don't have enough to work out if I've got enough leeway now to position that better. I don't have another one to test with, unfortunately. Let's see. We want to try and get rid of you. I want this connected deeper in. So, how many is that? That's 4. How many connectors have I got? Have I got any? I've got 2. Not great. But I'll accept it. We'll just have these connect there. This one is not connected to anything, and I don't like that. Let me get rid of that. There we go. And make sure that stays connected. And then we'll connect that there. Can I get rid of that one as well? Okay, well, that's not too bad. I don't like having all of these blocks down here when they're not actually serving a purpose. I mean, obviously, this is actually adding armor to the design, but I think we can do without it. I don't think we necessarily need all of that armor. There we go. So that track is connected a little bit deeper. Very, very big hollow space back there. Not entirely pleased with that, I've got to be honest with you. But I prefer it to what we had before. It was a lot of just armor there that wasn't actually taking much damage that I could see. But then again, that's perhaps because there was so much armor there. Perhaps I was just observing that it wasn't getting taken out because there was enough armor there to prevent destruction. So I may have introduced a vulnerability. And if I have, that is a shame. But it has given me a little bit more CPU to play with. I'm not liking this there. I can't think of something good to do with that. We'll have to think. Maybe bring this out a little bit. Maybe try and connect that off. In fact, ooh, is it possible? We could. Oh, I kind of like that. That's more or less, excuse me. That's more or less encased this section completely. Damn. We'll do it there then. There we go. Yes, I actually do quite like that. And we could have 2 sections there. And eventually we could have aero rods connecting these. That actually looks good to me. Looks very good to me. Let's just put a little bit more shaping on. Ah, drat. Really? Did I run out? Well, I've got enough money to just buy 1 or 2 more of those. Where are you? I hadn't actually intended to do so much building at the beginning of this episode. I intend to jump into some deathmatch battles with this one. But, damn it. I've become distracted by making my bot beautiful. There we go. And finally, there. Okay, that actually lines up quite nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, well, it's a small change. Very small change in some ways. And we've got a bit of a lip here now that maybe I can affix something to. Yes, I can. Unfortunately, I don't have any more of those cubes. Damn it, I knew I should have bought 10 when I was there. We'll just buy... Now I don't have enough. Scatterwags. We'll just put those there then. There we are. Oh. No, there's no way I'll have enough CPU. Absolutely isn't going to happen. But still, I kind of like what we've got there going. All right. In fact, I like that enough that I am totally going to add those there. You know what? I'm worrying about CPU and I've got 2 headlights. That only just occurred to me. I've got 2 headlamps on a bot where I'm struggling for CPU. Oh my good God. Oh well. This recording, this early part of building was worth it just so you could catch me finally realizing how much of an idiot I was being. As much as I say that though, I kind of want them there for the aesthetics. Damn it. Well, I've got nothing else to place there, but they'll be the first things I take off once I've actually got some cash. But that is it. We are going to be jumping into a game, finally. Oh my lord, I can't believe that. Right, Team Deathmatch is going to be. Now, I want to go into Team Deathmatch for 2 reasons. One, I want to check out what the queues are like in Team Deathmatch. Also, the sort of robo-ranking matching. Secondly, I want to check how the Solnops Invicta 2 does in a battle where you don't come back from the dead. It'll make a difference. It'll make a very big difference. In this one, I fancy having a tanky bot is better than having a bot that does a bit more damage. Granted, of course, I have swayed more towards having more guns, thus being less tanky. But it'll be interesting to see what the difference might be in Team Deathmatch, where the moment you reduce completely, that's it, you're out. You can't be too aggressive, you have to be a little bit more cautious, and generally, if you've got more staying power, it'll be more useful for your team. Plus, we'll have a Mega bot. Mr. Trout with the bot Mega. Well done. I can see you thought really long and hard about that name. Unless it actually stands for something awesome. What would MEGA stand for? Massive Enigmatic Galaxy Annihilator? That would be a pretty awesome title. If that doesn't look like a massive Enigmatic Galaxy Annihilator, I'm going to be very disappointed at this point. Alright, let's have a look at our bot. Like the look of it. Very nice indeed. That is fantastic. We've got an art megabot. How peculiar. I'm honestly amazed. Well done on dodging all the shots there, by the way. Alright, anyone coming? Hello. Let's try and direct the fire. Make sure that those are watched. Now, I don't think we should be up here, honestly. I can barely do anything. Where is that sniper? I know there's one up there. There's no way that I'm going to be able to shoot down there. I need to be on the move. We've got a couple of enemies. Right there. One. Need you out of the way. Oh, those Tesla flyers, of course. I'd forgotten about those. I imagine they're fantastic in Megabot battles. Right, let's get down there and let's take out their medic. That is going to be a huge blow to their team. They lose that medic because it was too aggressive. It is going to be a massive detriment. Alright, let's focus on your guns if we can. I can barely see what I'm doing. Hello, TeslaBot. I think you need to be dead. Like right now, actually. Oh dear, there's another one. You also need to be dead, PlasmaBot. Sorry, but it's true. I think we've probably lost this one, regardless of what we do at this point, but we'll continue to fight. Alright, let's get in there. Hello. Let me just take you out if I can. Take you with me. No? Yes! Barely anything left. Okay. Charge towards the enemy! I will smack them with my sword. No, no, come back! Ah, damn it, I need reverse thrusters. I hadn't planned for this. I didn't expect the enemy to dodge me. Damn it. Well, this is not the best battle that we've been in. And I only got 1 kill. We only got 4 kills in total on our team. It's rather embarrassing. Oh well, let's see how I did. Not too great. I mean, above average on score. One of the better ones for kills on my team. Assists as well. Not too bad, all things told. But that was a rough battle. Ah, I forgot to type good game. Oh well. We're gonna jump into another one though. One battle does not make a good test. Okay, here we are with relatively even teams. The enemy have got a rail and we do not. We've got a lot of medics, oh my lord.
The battle for
okay, well, let's get out there. Seems someone on the enemy team has noticed me. I'm not sure how this is going to go, honestly. Ah, sorry, Megabot. Just a little bit of advice there. As a Megabot, since the entire team more or less just want to follow you, pretty useful. Even if all you do is ping left or right at the beginning, just so that we all know which direction to turn in to start with. Let's get down there. There we go. Well, we've got 1 enemy. Not in the sky, though, but I picked him up on my radar briefly. There's going to be 1 down there.
SMG
yep.
spotted.
A couple of people have realized it. Let's go. Heading back. I'll do my best. The Mega's heading down that way. As long as we don't encounter... Oh, no. The Mega is definitely down here. That is the Mega. Hello, Interceptor. I would like you to lose your rotor blades, honestly. There we go. Oh, wow. Lots of things. Right, we need to not be stood where we are, because that is just a place waiting for someone to shoot me. Yeah, there is a huge amount of death here. We are going to need an awful lot of firepower. Wow, look at that Mega. It looks like a space station. How glorious. Ah, Mega, why? Let's get in there. No Tesla blades? Right, going for the copter. Try and get you down on the ground where it's going to be easier for people to take you out. There we go. I can barely see what's going on. All of the medic beams all of the time. Despite all of the medic beams all of the time, their copter is not being put back together, which is an interesting situation for them. I can't actually see if it's dead. No, it's not dead. Fair enough. Wow, huge amounts of damage to the Mega there. Well done. Let's see. Can we get you before you get to us? Ouch, that hurt. I think I've already been put back together. No, go away. We don't love you. No, why? What on earth hit me? Really? Oh, must have been a good plasma volley. Well played. Damn, I thought I was going to be put back together there. Oh, I'm one of only 2 people to have died on my team. Well, they won simply by claiming the base. Oh well. That's a lesson to us, not getting too focused on the actual fight. Well played, enemy team. Well played indeed. That completely snuck up on me. I was not paying attention. I got 1 kill, though, which is not too bad. But score-wise, pretty average. Bang on average, in fact. So not a particularly good battle for us. And that plasma absolutely decimated us. I really shouldn't have just been stood still. I should have been reacting, moving the damaged parts of my bot away from the line of fire, because I imagine what happened is they stripped away some of the armor, and then I just sat there, so they carried on working on that same spot. And part of that was because of all the medic beams. It was kind of confusing. I couldn't see what I was doing, so in a way I was kind of thinking, well, the best thing I could do is just sit still. but probably wasn't actually the case. Let's jump into another one, though. We'll get a couple of battles out of this episode, I think. Ooh. Let's see how the Solenopsis Invicta Mark II... Solenopsis Invicta 2... Perhaps I should name it the Solenopsis Invicta 2 Mark II... is going to do on this map. Ooh. I believe we have started on the side that I usually play against rather than for. That's interesting. We've got some mega... Ooh. For the moment there, I didn't think the enemy team had a megabot, but they do.
The battle
Right, good luck. Have fun, everyone. Alright, let's get out there. Where's the mega going? Mega is going this way. The mega has not pinged, though. There we go. Gotta be polite. I'm not flying, so I can take a few moments to pause and type. Damn, our mega is ballsy. Really don't think that's particularly wise. Okay, I'm stopping to type far too much now. I need to stop stopping to type. Is anyone down there? Not that I can see. Okay. Got a couple of people over yonder.
Plasmacopter spotted.
Okay, that's not good. Let's try and take out all of these things. You know what? Being here is not a good thing for me. Let's keep on the move. Try and get back with the rest of the group. We are badly split up. Someone is about to cut us off, in fact. Let's see. No, actually. They're going this way. Let's move in. No, the Mega is not coming this way. You have split yourself up from the pack. Let's get in there, destroy it as quickly as we can. Just keep the work on. Keep going. That's right. The medic is not going to be able to save you. Unless you can get back to it before I can kill you. My lord, you're a difficult one to slay. Come back here, you coward! Okay, I think we took out its ability to move. Good. Thank goodness. That was difficult. Right. Let's get in there. Follow our Mega around. Hello, Plasma. Goodbye, Plasma. Hello, Medic. Hopefully goodbye, Medic as well. Okay, we're not doing as bad this round. Thank you very much for the heals there, my European comrade. Stick you out as well. Very nice medic, actually. Very low profile. I like it. Hello. Let's reverse. No, don't come back. Gotcha. Yikes. Okay. Not bad. Good game, everyone. Right, I only got 1 kill, 2 assists. Pretty poor, honestly, performance. Some of the others. SBB Chief Tane did really well. 4 kills, 2 assists. How did our Mega do? 2 kills, 5 assists? Well, that makes sense. The Megas will often be in quite a lot of the assists. But that wasn't a bad little round there. Let's move onwards to the next. Okay, welcome back onto the same map. That one took us a lot longer to get into. That took about 1 minute and 14 seconds for the queue to finish. Let's see, we've got quite a lot of SMGs in this battle. A lot of SMGs. No rails. We have got Project Tesla Medic on the enemy team as one of the medics. And an interesting name from one of our medics. Right, where's our Megabot? There we are. Ooh, another low-profile bot. I actually really like it. Looks good. I need to get some Mega Wheels, because currently all I have are Mega Hovers. So I would like to make a Mega Bot that's more of a cruiser. Okay, where are our allies? Alright. Mega is going straight up to get into the fight.
Plasma hover spotted.
There's an SMG just for there. Try and do as much damage as we can from afar. Pulse firing is the only real way to do much damage with an SMG from a great distance. Are there enemies around there? Yes, there is. Okay, I see you down there. They're coming up around us. Let our teammates know. Which means that these guys are pretty much cut off from the pack, but we may get flanked, which is going to be rough. Very rough. Okay, let's keep on the move. Drive them back. But they're going to be at our base before we are. And that is going to be bad times. Unless we just make a quick cut up into their base now. Very narrow bot. I imagine that one's a little bit hard to turn. Wow, so much defense on the back. You really don't want to be shot. Well played. Okay, looks like we could grab this. I'm going to sit on there just to generate a bit of threat for the enemy. Let's get them down here. Okay, now there are a few other people there. Good times. Let's move out. Basically, we just want to push them. We want to give them time constraint. They have to take us now before that medic captures their base, basically. They are all kinds of split up, but then so are we. Let's go for that, that shield on top is not what we want to be going for. We want to go for the guns, really. There's one. Let's take that one out as well. No, he's protecting that one. Can we get... There we go. The Mega has been declawed completely. Hello. Let's try and dissuade you from attacking our medic, shall we? Hello. Uh-oh. That's not good times. What are you doing there? Get out of it. Go on, skedaddle you. Skedaddle faster. I don't think we really need to worry about the Mega, but it has no claws. Don't go for the one who hasn't got any guns, you fools. You are giving your lives away. Okay, well, the other one's gone now. We should be able to just dig our way into this. Go for the connecting box at the back. Oh, no, there's the seat. There we go, not too bad. Continue the capture, and let's get down into the middle if we can. A little bit of bloodthirstiness was going on there, I feel. What on earth are you healing? I have no idea, but it looked funky. Right, where are these enemies? There they are. So we've got one. Hello! I would like to shoot you from above. There we are. I'm probably going to die for this, but got your medic. There we are. Perfect. Like shooting fish in a barrel. Really big robot fish. And a very large ice-covered barrel that looks like a dam. Okay, we only got 5 assists. Well, we got the most assists of our team, which is nice. Score-wise, okay, that's actually not too bad. Top 5. But still, that could definitely have been improved. Not a bad game, though. I actually enjoyed it quite a lot. Well done, everyone. But I think that's going to be the last battle for this episode. I'm going to continue playing around with the Solemnopsis in Victor. I'm probably going to strip those lights off and start moving a couple of blocks around, see if we can get a little bit more armor around the track area, or possibly even 2 more guns. I'm really not certain about having 2 more guns. Having these guns is a reduction in our overall DPS when they aren't able to fire at our opponents. When the thing we're trying to kill is directly in front of us, it'll work fine. But if it's to one side, then when every time this one shoots, then our DPS is actually going down. The other thing I could do is add some arrow rods across here to kind of create a grill to protect this vulnerable area, but I'm not sure I'm going to be going for that, honestly. But we'll see how I decide to improve the Solemnopsis in Victor in the next episode, or the next couple of episodes, I suppose. But that is it from me. So once again, I hope you've enjoyed and will be joining me for the next, and look forward to any feedback you can offer in the comments. But until next time, and as always, do take care.